I gotta say, this chapter's a pretty long chapter. So I didn't entirely screw us, at least. See, the thing with the whole saves thing is you gotta pay attention, like, when it prompts you, that you gotta make sure you do the one with the latest date. You don't want to do the one with the earliest date. You know? Because if you do the one with the earlier date, guess what? You're fucked. You get put back many hours, potentially. And you'll be absolutely pissed. Make me blow your ass up. Holy shit. This is a big ass level.
Typhon, how did you even find Necrodefeo?
Yeah, Maya always said it was just a story.
Ha! So did everyone, except my wife Leda. She figured it out. After we got married on Pandora, we left to find Necrodefeo for our honeymoon. Well, we ended up crash landing. See, I put the ship on autopilot while we got busy. That's on me. And so was she. Anywho, the ship was kaput, comlink was kaput, but we didn't care. We were in love. Later, she was whip smart. And smart with the whip. Boy, did that come in handy on our honeymoon. After we opened the vault, that's when the real action began. Skag on skag, key and hook, the double Calvin. 9 months later, well, there's only one thing in life that happens 9 months later.
I mean, guy's on fire. Good, you found some heat vents. That'll be vital for my friend, because we claptraps run hot. Real hot.
Fucking claptrap, damn it. Of course, they had to add that little tidbit, you know.
Smashy, smashy.
Not spending any of that iridium yet. Not ready to. I'll sit on it as long as I can before I think about actually getting something.
Serving up fresh, hot death.
How many of these little shits are there?
Can't stop the body drop.
It would be cool is if they had like an auto pickup option where you could auto pick up like certain tiers of items. So like let's say you only want it to auto pick up, you know, legendaries and, you know, like rares or whatever, you know, or something like that, you know. Whatever the heck this is considered. You know, if you wanted to do purple or legendary tiers, you know. That way you don't have to go through all the shit of, you know, accidentally picking up maybe, you know, a weapon you don't want to pick up, you know, or some shit, you know. Or maybe even like specify certain items you don't want it to let you pick up. So like, you know, with, you know, common, you could tell it, nah, I don't want to pick up any of that, you know, so, you know, just disable it altogether, you know. Not disable it altogether, but, you know, still give you a chance of that popping up. But, you know, like, obviously you could specify that to be an item that you don't auto pick up or something, you know. It'd be neat. Put out 2 legendaries, not just 1. I thought I was actually moving, but it was because the water was moving. Damn it. Kind of figured they'd do that at some point, you know, have the vines hiding one of those boxes. That's why they glow red, just to let you know, like, hey, you can knock this down with your melee or whatever, you know.
For a while, we were one happy family. Then later, she died. And I had to raise the kids alone. I thought opening a vault would be the hardest thing I'd ever do. Was I wrong?
Wait, you've got kids, Typhon?
Yeah, 2 of them. The boy, he got sick all the time. And my daughter talked circles around me. Only time they'd sit still was to hear about my adventures. Killing monsters, opening vaults, being a hero. They couldn't get enough. I filled their heads with all sorts of stories. Even told them about the Great Vault. That was a mistake. A story can be a dangerous thing in the wrong hands.
Wait, what? That's interesting.
Later, she was so happy being here. She just kept running around, reading ruins and slapping my ass. True story. Then we see the vault in the distance.
What you hiding, Space Rocks?
I'll go check it out over here real quick. Yep.
Drowned in an alien sea. What voidic mysteries were his final sights? What dark songs of the deep his dirge? Oh, cool, he had some functioning parts to loot. Standard claptrap claptrap arms only have 35 degrees of movement. Not nearly enough for high fives, but with this fancy rotator module, we can slap clamp all day long.
Smack down!
Our vengeance on the Vultures for this crack path will be swift and hard. Now a shout out to Pocket Rocket Boy who sacrificed 7 Crimson Raider scouts to the offering box. Just getting word now that Pocket Rocket Boy blew up his balls with a... well, with a bird, I guess. Word that the Vultures have discovered the location of the long-lost Eridian homeworld of Necrotafeo. This thanks to the original
I'm feeling it!
All right.
Well, we licked that vault monster real good, and it was a tough one. 7 heads. What'll they think of next? And then we go into the vault, and Leda says, Typhon, come here, baby. And I do. And I ain't gonna record what happened next. She stuffed me.
Let's see what's back here real quick. This is so fucking beautiful. Yo, Redshift, well, I just found where I start Old World Blues from. Guess it doesn't let you start it during the day. Yeah. Yeah, it won't let you start it during the day. You gotta wait till a certain time before it like will activate essentially. And you can trigger it. Like pretty much, I mean, it's
Time to open you up.
it should be about midnight, Red. About. But also, how's it going tonight, Red? It's just a freaking dead end. That's all it is. Probably used for it later. Yeah, it's one of the few quests that's actually time, like you have to do it at a certain time of day, essentially. Or DLCs, I guess you could say. so we're gonna take a right. Ooh.
Hey, a big old loot chest. Nice! Now your lucky followers have a chance to win a copy of this loot.
Free loot. There you go. I should be there for a little bit. Almost fell to the unknown. Almost. That was a close one. Almost fell to the great depths of where the fuck am I, you know? That's where I almost fell to. Almost back to where we need to be. Heck yeah, we can get up here. Let's get up here. Check it out over here. Like, dude, this is one fucking beautiful place. I mean, even though it's like slightly destroyed here and there, it looks amazing. That right there reminds me of Half-Life 2. Like, straight up reminds me of Half-Life 2. And just having that beam going up into the sky. Ooh. Gotta make sure I get that.
Check that cache.
Kill necro bugs. Okay.
Mark. Chest mark. Try to keep up.
All right.
That's what I do.
Just barely got the second wind. Still got a little bit more to go before we get to that.
It's time to slay a mighty badass viewer of a badass. That's the temple's just up ahead. Those Malawan must want that vault bad. What if they know I already opened the sucker years ago?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Get some.
Holy shit, is this place massive. Fuck! Well, that was right. Alright, I guess. Tired, but not sleepy tired. Makes sense. Let's see. Where the fuck did it throw us? What kind of fight were you doing on Fallout? What's the point of that gate being there then? I'm kind of confused. Almost went down the hole again. Explosive version of that gun? Yeah. Well, is that bad or good? I mean, I feel like it's actually pretty freaking good, actually. How are you doing tonight, by the way? Love that gun, mind shock, wish I had corrosive. Corrosive is OP as hell. Yeah, how goes your night? I'm still trying to get the story done. So good to sub, thank you, random person. It was actually Shawnee095 who had gifted that a few days ago. We were doing a little bit of co-op on this game. We do have a separate co-op playthrough that we're trying to get through right now, but we're running into some issues, so we're gonna hopefully get back to it as soon as we can. But yeah, just got off of work, gonna probably hit up Borderlands or the COD beta soon. I tried the COD beta, I couldn't stay into it. Like, my mind is mainly set on Borderlands right now, you know? Like, that's all I'm in the mood for. But yeah, I'll say I'm kind of happy that they're doing cross-platform finally as a thing on that game. That way it's not so dead on PC, but at the same time, I mean, I know when it comes out they're not gonna have microtransactions at first, but literally a week after or a month after they'll have the microtransactions, you know? That's just how they do it, you know? That's how COD is, you know? So I got a good hour or two in, but it was like Borderlands, yeah. Yeah, I'm 1 day and 11 hours into this playthrough, and it's just solo, you know? It's not even like it's not co-op or anything, you know? It took me that long to do it solo. In co-op, you do it in like a portion of the time, literally. There has to be a way up there. There has to be. Okay, so you can't do that. Can I do this? No. But yeah, I tried it out. I thought it was all right, you know. Just couldn't stay into it. I'm just not much of a competitive player when it comes to video games, so it doesn't really catch my attention, you know. Where is this? Now, there's a freaking way. I know there is. Can you go around? Perhaps? I go down here without dying. Good, I can do that. So this might actually be my way up. No!
Crappy way to go.
That's terrible.
Did you know death was once considered a natural part of life? Hooray for science.
There went 47 more K. That's just terrible. You think you're good, and then you're like, oh, you know what? Let's jump now, and then bam, you're down to the bottom. Gotta go get that though. How far are you into the game? Have you finished it yet, or no? Because we're pretty much on chapter 21 still. Beat it Thursday night just in time for Zelda in the morning. Oh, nice. I've been doing like everything, so I kind of put my own self at a disadvantage here. I've been trying to do a little bit of everything. I haven't done any of like the newer missions, you know. where you get the ones that you get for scanning the certain. Holy shit! Fuck! I did it again.
A quick reminder, every enemy you've ever killed lies just beyond that.
I've been doing everything as well. But I've also been jumping between a co-op playthrough and then the solo playthrough, which I'm doing right now. You know? So across both playthroughs, I probably have about 2.5 days worth of just gameplay time. Once I got Desolation Space, the place you're at right now is like, screw it, I need to be ready for Zelda. They just like hustled through it, more or less. I'm interested in trying the New Game Plus mode. The one where it's like you unlock, you know, that extra tree or whatever. This over here, Guardian rank, you know, the one that's locked till end of story. I can't wait to get that unlocked, you know. Let's see how that is. Oh yeah, Mayhem mode, yeah. Mayhem mode, and then not to mention, you know, we have those levels that, you know, the extra like for instance, this one says navigate to the Hall of Obsidian. It requires me to seek the Trial of Supremacy, which I believe is on another planet or something like that. Torment mode from Diablo 3. That's pretty much what it is. I never got into Torment mode on Diablo 3. I played through Diablo 3. But I never did the, you know, the New Game Plus or whatever, you know. Hey guys, we actually made it! For once, we actually freaking made it. Hard difficulty with higher loot drops. Ooh! Breath of the Dying. Another corrosive weapon. Another corrosive weapon. That's probably the first time I've actually gotten a legendary drop out of one of those boxes. At least the ones on this planet, if you know what I mean. Diablo Easter egg. Yeah. The Dying is a deadly poison weapon in Diablo. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't get that actually. I never played Diablo 2, so I wouldn't know on that. Hey, look, now I got all legendary weapons. Everything is completely legendary now. We just have to get this legendary now. Vex Heliadzodith. That's hard to say. I got a farm for it. I did do the one quest that references Dr. Disrespect. I don't know if you've heard of him, but the weapon's called the two-time or whatever. I did that quest.
Soothing sound of dead air. Well done, sugar. Now let's give the people something to listen to.
I pay attention to references, you know, and stuff like that, though. Red text is even runes used to make the weapon in the game. Nice. Yeah, I like how they pretty much you know, have things about, you know, the gun and stuff like that, extra little detail, you know, about it, about the gun, you know. I think this is actually the part of the bridge that got blown up before we got over here, I believe. Like, I believe we were on that side, and then he blew up the bridge. I like that. I gotta try this gun out though. I need to find some enemies to kill. See how good it is. So, why did they get rid of the slag damage? Do you know why, out of curiosity? Because you know, like Borderlands 2 had slag damage, you know? It seems like on this one they got rid of the slag damage and just threw in radiation to replace it pretty much. That's what it seems like. But it's like, why wouldn't they keep the slag weapons though, you know? Maybe they just felt it was unnecessary. I don't know. We'll drop a nuke on your asses. These enemies are starting to get tough, though. I think Saigo was Iridium based and hoarded by the Calypsos to charge their powers and shit. I don't know. Pulled that right out of my head, out of my ass. I guess it works, you know. Kind of makes sense. Honestly, they don't really explain that, you know. I'm waiting, you know, to see when somebody does like an interview with them and asks them, you know, why they removed slag, you know. Or see if maybe, or look up a review, or interview, I mean, not review, an interview of, you know, why they potentially removed it, you know.
Oh look, dead meat.
I hate these little nog shits. You know, it's just, it would have been kind of neat if they would have added some, like, quest, you know, that explains why that's gone or something. You ready for, like, the Halloween themed free update, though? That's one update I'm kind of ready for, is like the free updates that are coming up. Although, I mean, there's already a fuck ton of content here, obviously, I mean.
Thank you. Next.
Alright. I think we're good on this part. I think I'll go this way first. There's a box way down there at the end.
Villainous duo. If they start monologuing, you can cut them down.
So this is one of those little bosses or whatever. Going left, bro.
Two birds and one stone. Their reign of terror ends here. You are the hero.
That wasn't too bad. Pretty easy.
Let's crack it open.
Let's just open. Let's see what we get.
Thanks to the magic of echo casting, your viewers have a chance to win a copy of an item of their choice from your loot.
All right. Not too bad. Now we're gonna go check this out over here real quick. Another box. Alright, now it's just time to go to the main quest. Enough of this time wasting. Let's go. A little bit more to go. That's a little shit that's fucking with me.
Now one has the entire place fortified. But the only way to the vault is the elevator inside.